Well. I guess I've got to make this video. I didn't want to do this. I had a whole nother topic lined up that I wanted to discuss, but I am a person of the people. I'm a humble servant, and I was requested to make this video by PokeNips over here. Apparently, my last video regarding the whole PokeRev drama thing, it's literally the last video on the last page. You can check it out if you want. I'll do a quick recap here in a second. Apparently, I got that video wrong. Apparently, I misconstrued a miscommunication, and I just ran with that. So I've got to clear that whole thing up. I'm here to do that. Let's actually discuss and clear up the whole thing that happened. If I got some stuff wrong, I've got to admit it, right? So this whole thing stemmed, I got a message from PokeNips, of course. Can you do a follow-up video correcting the error? If you saw my post, you'd understand the even if meaning. I don't think the video is accurate because I never questioned the legitimacy of the pull rates, etc. Talking about the PokeRev mystery packs, there was a whole thing. I'll recap here in a second. Even if can and was taken entirely out of context. Even if the Moonbryon is a PSA 10, it's overpriced. Basically means doesn't matter. Your video pulled that out of context. I'm getting a lot of nasty messages about it. Oh no, I'm sorry. Another example, if someone says I can't collect cards because I'm an OF, I would respond, even if I'm an OF, I can still collect cards. Zero implication of doubt. Well, that just sounds good, right? Like on paper, right? When you explain it out like that, no issues. Of course I got it wrong. Of course there's just something. There was zero implication. You didn't think the packs were actually illegitimate. You've never once actually put that out there. And I just got this whole thing wrong. So that's okay. That's fine. Let's actually look at this post that you posted, and we'll go through the entire thing. I don't want to miss anything. Don't want to actually rustle some jimmies. So she made a post. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's a fucking whole ass essay. Let me explain where @OpossumBud was incorrect in all caps. He drew the assumption that the words even if, all caps, automatically implies doubt. If I say even if, all caps, Rev mystery packs are legit, they are overpriced. That in no way implies I have doubt the odds are as stated or that the packs are not legitimately packaged. Here, I'll elaborate, please do. Person 1, I will sell a Moonbryon for $2,000, it's Umbreon. Person 2, no, that's way overpriced. Person 1, but it's a PSA 10. Person 2, even if it's a PSA 10, it's still overpriced, even if it's all caps, by the way. So, yeah, see, perfect, makes sense. Like, oh, even if it is that doesn't mean, like, I want to buy it and all that stuff. Yeah, perfect example. So let's go back to what you actually said previously. So let's make sure I don't get this wrong. So your actual example would work, almost. It almost kind of works, and it almost sounds right to people that aren't really super familiar with the situation. The difference between your scenario and what actually happened is your scenario is self-contained, and there isn't people above it possibly claiming that the PSA 10 is an illegitimate PSA 10. Like, that's exactly what that's going with right there, where, like, the even if, like, okay, so that's what that is. Like, that's not what is going on here. There's people above you that are basically claiming this. Like, did either of those hit packs have hollows in them? I've always wondered if the hit packs were weighed. That's weird. And then right after, like, I don't even know what you're saying. It's like, I already broke it down. 96% of rev packs will lose you money, even if he's being legit. That one's not in all caps. The price is outrageous for a 1 in 25 chance to maybe triple your money. Stop buying mystery packs. Yeah, who would ever get from that you're basically implying that the packs are illegitimate? Who would ever get that? Especially when there's stuff above. Do you see why this is different? Your scenario is self-contained with no one above it claiming that the Umbreon PSA 10 is an illegitimate Umbreon PSA 10. Of course, that what it means is that self-contained scenario. But in the real world, there's a lot more context to things that happen, and people are unfamiliar with this whole PokeRev thing. So this whole thing happened once again, and this little comment thread is on Rev's video where he's showcasing his fossil packs, and he was talking about where they were going to go into actual mystery Rev packs 5.0, 6.0, 7.0, whatever in the future, right? That's what this is talking about, and this is where the whole video from yesterday stemmed from, where she's claiming things are illegitimate. She made a claim. Cool Trainer Ryan and Pokevault basically swept in and said she was being antagonistic for literally no reason, and she ran with that. That's essentially what happened with this whole thing right here. So it keeps going a little bit more. Essentially, she's basically saying that, like, Cool Trainer Ryan and PokeRev went to her page and called her stuff, and it was unwarranted. Basically, they made a couple jokes about her OnlyFans, which I perfectly think is okay. I thought she was an adult. You're making adult money. Thought you could take some adult insults as well. That's literally something that you propose right there, and you essentially, oh, even so, you weren't implying anything, but, like, it was kind of taken that you were attacking his old business thing. I mean, your OnlyFans is something that attracts people to your page, right? I mean, it's basically the same thing, right? Yeah, of course it is. It keeps going a little bit more where, like, she's, the whole thing I don't necessarily like about that is, not even really so the even if or anything like that. She makes a couple bad comparisons, like saying, like, would we call Ron Jeremy an adult entertainer trash if he collected cards and he did something? We wouldn't associate associate with Ron Jeremy. He's basically being accused heavily of SA, and I don't think anybody wants to be associated with that. Good fucking comparison, though. I wonder if that's on purpose. It keeps going. Comes off as two salty content creators who are upset that a female, in all caps, has a substantially better collection than they do. First of all, your substantially better collection is completely up to a subjective actual look from people in the community. That's not an objective fact, and quite frankly, even if it was, what does that matter? Second of all, I don't think anybody brought up female, like whether it was like me or Rev or anybody else, you know, Vault, Cool Train Ryan. I mean, I don't think any of them brought up the fact that you were a female when they were saying their things about you. Last I checked, OnlyFans is not a female exclusive job title that people can have. Hell, if I wanted to right now, I could show off the old dong and balls and like I could sign up for one. Oh, is that a female only thing? No. They talked about OnlyFans and you took it there. That's you saying that stuff and you assuming that they have a problem with you because you're a female, even though that's absolutely not true. And there's nothing to back that up other than they said something to you who happens to be a female. But that's okay. That's fine. Surely nothing going with that stuff there. So they use their fanboys to pump their misogyny. Oh, whoa. Got them. I have no issues with Bud, though. That's cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. It keeps going a little bit more. She just keeps going, posting stuff and all that stuff. Basically, she's happy about this whole thing. And this is why I think she ultimately wants the video. I'm not really too worried about the Flower Fondler 9000 up there. That's a whole separate thing. I'm not touching that. Tubers pumped my shit today. Guess I'll celebrate the 2,200 OF fans and millions of DMs. I don't think you got a million DMs. I'm just saying, you're not that fucking important. I don't think you got them. I haven't seen so many dicks in a single day since watching Card Party. Whoa! God damn, never mind. You're a comedian too? That's a burn. A big ass burn right there. Woo! Don't ever, oh man. Do not ever let anyone tell you women are not funny. Woo-hoo-hoo! Got a real zinger right there. Jeez. Oh. Whoa, I'm gonna have to cut out like 2 minutes of me just laughing straight at that one. Woo-hoo! Good joke. Gee. Oh, I need to write stuff. I'm outmatched here. How do I reply back to that? Keep them coming. Bud, when's part 2 of the video coming out? Oh, it's right here. I'm making the video right now. Tell Ryan to stop drinking with his cats in his parents' basement. Oh, burn. And throw some more controversy at me. Vault, too easy. Oh, we're dealing with the actual, real, like, meme burn master here. You have a $200 safe filled with $20 slabs. Oh, boop, boop, boop. Got them. Oh, man. How are you going to recover from that, Vault? Sean's, what are you going to do? Light him up! It's ridiculous. It's just a whole dumb thing. She's using this whole thing to get clout. Very obviously. I don't really fucking care if a couple more simps go follow her OnlyFans. I don't really give a shit. Do you? That's a whole problem you're gonna have to deal with on your own, not me. But the whole thing, I just need to clear up where I got this whole thing wrong. Like, the even if, like, how could I be so silly? How could anybody think anything came from that? How could anybody get that implication? She never said anywhere that these packs are an actual issue. I mean, she just thinks it's bad business. Oh, wait, that's not true, you lying sack of shit. You actually did say somewhere that you don't think they're legit. And you just kind of tippity-toed around that and used your little, ooh, Dapper, I never said anything. I never said anything at all. Yeah, that's bullshit. Well, let's dive a little deeper into that. Let's actually see what you post somewhere else. So, right here, we got someone that is talking with her, basically agreeing with the fact that Pokemon doesn't reprint boxes. This is talking about the fossil box, by the way. There are some absolute brain-dead idiots in the actual comment section that thought people were, like, getting, like, that Pokemon's printing boxes, or someone's making boxes specifically of Wizards of the Coast, Fossil, and base set and all this stuff, specifically for streamers. That's what Pokemon would do. That's what somebody would do, specifically for streamers. You know, they don't want money from any of that stuff. Pokenips right here, just the wisdom that comes from this woman. Oh, it's so good. Pokemon doesn't, but what makes you think they're legit? Rev used them as props and didn't crack a single one. Yet supposedly was going to show us that they're going into mystery packs. 12 booster boxes of first edition Fossil. How many packs is he making? 1 million? I don't think they actually sell it like he says. It's a marketing tactic. trying to create hype that's not there. Oh, that sounds an awful lot like saying stuff about his business and claiming that certain things aren't going to happen, even though he says that. Kind of sounds like you're saying some of them aren't legit, like he's not actually going to put some of that stuff in there. Kind of saying that like legitimacy isn't there. This wasn't really quite what you said before, but very clearly you don't think the stuff that Rev is saying is going to happen right there. Why would someone think that that's what that meant? Why would someone do that? It keeps going a little bit further. The person she's talking to essentially is like, oh, yep, that's fine. You know, people do that stuff. If you ask me, he's going to use these boxes for future PokeRev packs, where it's going to be, you know, the ones later on, like the 5.0, 6.0. The further ones Rev does. He's going to actually have these packs for a while and puts them in. And here's where you're a lying sack of shit, by the way, Pokenibs. I really hope you're reading this part, because we're going to clear this whole thing right up. Personally, I think heavy packs will be put aside. Every time they do an opening, they tell you the exact weight of the pack. Why would he have all those heavy packs lying around? What does he do with the light packs? Make mystery packs? Whoa! So you'll never get a hit out of any of his mystery packs? Oh, you're claiming like illegitimate practice right there. You're basically saying that he doesn't do these things legitimately. You'll never make money off this stuff. You'll never get a haul out of these packs. You might as well just keep these light packs. He has so many heavy packs. He has so many heavy packs. He just has so many heavy packs. They don't go in there. Yeah, you're a lying sack of shit. Everyone knows what you were saying with the even if they're legit. Like, no one's stupid. No one needs a fucking college degree to understand the implications in the sentence that you're saying. You very clearly feel a specific way about Rev. You've said this for months. You've done this for a minute. You have very clearly made it clear you do not think his stuff is legitimate and it's worth your money and worth your time. And the fact that you keep doing this, that you want to pretend and make this a whole separate issue where people are basically being sexist and misogynistic to you, when they're basically talking to you the same way you talk to them. They're just talking about a different... Yeah, we can talk about your OnlyFans, okay? Your half-ass OnlyFans that is free for some reason, literally to drag in people to spend money in other places. Like, we can talk about that. You can talk about him not doing the things that he said. We 100% can talk about you doing stuff as well. That's what it is. And you can do that. Is this clear? Is this cleared up for you? Am I nice and clear? Is everybody getting what I'm saying here? You're a sack of shit. You're lying through your goddamn teeth. You know exactly what you're implying. And fuck off. I don't have to do a damn thing you tell me to do. And whatever is coming your way, whatever is going to happen to you in this Pokemon community, I really hope it is fruitful. I hope your collection just continues to grow. I hope things just prosper for you. But you're going to be doing that shit on your own. Like, it's not going to be with the help of all these people that you continue to berate for no goddamn reason. And then when you actually say these things, I mean, your criticism can exist, okay? You can criticize all you want. But when confronted by it, you turn into a big old baby. And you hide, and you whine, and you moan, and you complain, and you say these guys are misogynistic, and you say they came after you only because you're a woman, and like all this other bullshit that just absolutely isn't true. And you're lying through your teeth. You 100% don't think they're legit. You say it in the fucking comment sections. Or, is that not clear? What could that mean? He uses them as a front. He uses boxes as a front. I'm at the front of his house. He stacks them in front of his house, and that he uses them as a front. I'm not, just because he doesn't put heavy packs in there doesn't mean it's a scam. There's still packs in there. What the fuck? You're basically saying you're not going to get anything from them, okay? We all get it. That's it. This is the end of that whole fucking thing. This is it. You got shit you gotta handle, okay? You got your own problems. Good luck with the fucking surge of OnlyFans subscribers. Good luck with the Flower Fondler 9000 holding cards. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. You do you. I'ma do me. Keep criticizing people. Keep doing that stuff and keep rallying up people that are too stupid to realize what you're doing and hide behind buzzwords like misogyny and all that other stuff too. Keep doing that. That seems to be working out for you. You're really making them strong. Ride that wave. Woo! Shame. It's really a shame.